Greetings, everyone. Damien Dumar here, publisher of The Last Harvest by Lucian Mars. And today we have a very exciting article from vampireashram.com, Notes from the Nightside section. It is called, Why is September 20th, 2025 considered a Doomsday Code? And in this article, Lucian reveals the exact date on which Saturn, aka Satan, returns along with a Nazi New World Order reign. So without further ado, the doomsday return of Saturn, aka Satan, on September 20th, 2025, decoded. In previous posts, I've used a numerical decipher code that spells out exactly who committed the mass murders on 9/11 by using the Kamiya, or cube of Saturn, which itself is a type of computer code using the numerals 1 to 9 in a square that equals the number 666 on all sides, regardless of how the rows are added, either upwards, downwards, or sideways. Bearing that in mind, this post decodes the planned Doomsday Takeover event that will introduce Satan as the New World Order and formally institute the chaos of the Orwellian Nazi Fourth Reich of the uber-rich. The Illuminati are programmed to follow the code, which is not optional. Notice first and foremost the pyramid on the reverse of the $1 bill with the all-seeing eye that separates it from the base, which forms a trapezoid. Now understand where the dollar originated. The name dollar originates from Bohemia and a 29-gram silver coin called the Joachimsthaler. That's why Bohemian Grove in California is where the Illuminati masters and minions meet to sacrifice their pagan effigy as mankind sacrificed to Saturn via Moloch, who defected rather than be soon destroyed, see other posts, in the form of a gigantic stone owl. The $1 represents the false one God, in whom you are commanded to trust. Understand what an effigy actually means. It consists of a roughly made model of a particular person, made in order to be damaged or destroyed as a protest or expression of anger. In other words, mankind is burned in an effigy out of Satan's anger, where the Illuminati elites such as Bush, Clinton, Clarence Thomas, and his billionaire handlers, and an entire roster of elites symbolically sacrifice humankind to the fires of Satan. It is a satanic sacrifice of humanity to be destroyed in exchange for the temporal powers of wealth, fame, fortune, and above all else, power. It includes the top figures in the fields of money, finance, politics, religion, entertainment, and science, backed by a small cadre of psychopathic billionaire Satanists who compose the inner core of the rotten apple. Satan, the demiurge and god of 3D unreality. Top and center of the Kamiya of Saturn is the number of Saturn as presented as a trinity of threes, representing his power over 3D so-called reality. That's also what you get when you add up the numbers 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18, which translates into the single Saturnian digit of 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 is therefore Satan's number, and the reason why so many religions use the Trinity code, which always adds up to Satan. If it's a trinity, it's ruled by Satan. Next, note that the pyramid is not complete because the cornerstone of the satanic Freemasons has not returned to enslave Earth fully and eternally as he wishes. You might wonder why September is the 9th month of the year on the calendar, but is always considered the 7th month of the Roman calendar. Instead of being the 9th month as advertised, it is in fact the 7th month. Actually, September is derived from the word septum, meaning enclosure or fold, and is a derivative of the word sect, as in cult, as in the MAGA cult of Trump and the Illuminati cult of satanic worship to the demiurge. It symbolizes the number 7, which is the number of days in the week that culminates on Saturday, or Saturn's Day, which is the Jewish Sabbath. That's why Saturday is cultivated and venerated in the form of a cube as the god of Saturn as demiurge. Now, if we add up the numbers contained in the trapezoid, we arrive at a total of 20, which once again is the number of Saturn's cube, whether as a trapezoid or as a square, which can be seen on the other posts that outline the decoding of Saturn. Saturn in the Kamiya is obviously not yet in charge of Earth, since the pyramid and trapezoid are not yet complete. But we're getting there. Quickly. The Doomsday September 20th, 2025 code of Saturn Satan. Bearing in mind that we have a month, September, as represented as the 9th month of the year. We have a day date of 20, which represents when Satan will seal the deal and enslave mankind under the New World Nazi order, represented by the trapezoid base of the unfinished pyramid. Next, we need a way to decipher the year of Satan's return to destroy humanity as promised and sacrificed to him by the Illuminati elite each year at Bohemian Grove. As you'll notice in the previous posts on Vampire Ashram notes from the night side, the year is clearly visible when you add an X from the top and bottom corners that cross in the middle. By adding up 4 plus 5 plus 6 and 8 plus 2, since the number 5 is not added twice, you end up with the number 25, the birth date of the Roman god Mithras that was cut and pasted onto the re-scripted version of Jesus who was sacrificed to Satan on the cross as outlined in other posts. That he was sacrificed with 2 others is significant because it forms a sacrificial trinity, and any trinity of 3 is related to Satan, not the true God. When the X, as in a cross, is added together, it equals 25, and since 2 plus 5 equals 7, we have a double confirmation that the 7th true month will have been completed, as Saturday is the 7th and the Sabbath. Moreover, when you add up the Doomsday Code of September 20th, 2025, guess what it equals? The number 20, 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5, which includes a trinity of 2s, which is the number 20 reduces to as 2 plus 0 equals 2, the ruling number of Saturn's cubical enslavement and planned destruction of how many people as a population percentage is carved in stone on the Georgia Guidestones? Amazingly, or not so much, the elite want to sacrifice 90% of Earth's population. And why 90%? Because 9 plus 0 equals 9. 90% is not an arbitrary number. It is the number assigned to Satan, the Masonic god of hellfire. The final harvesting of humanity begins September 20th, 2025. If you still have your doubts about this, look up the day of the week that Doomsday falls upon in September 20th, 2025. As you might suspect, yes, it falls on a Saturday, Saturn's Day. The writing is on the wall, and the dollar bill says it all. September 20th, 2025 falls on a Saturday for good reason. It's the date humanity takes its final fall and all hell on earth arrives to depopulate the planet by the 90% claimed, commanded, and foretold on the Georgia Guidestones. To see the full background of how the elite plan to depopulate you, read the book The Last Harvest by Lucien Mars for full details. It's available in paperback, ebook, and audio for convenience at Amazon. And be sure to visit the free-to-view podcasts released by Damien Dumar on thelastharvest.info.